Daddy born poor, mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. 4 babies in the backseat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Good morning, everyone. Paul McMann here. So glad you could be with me this morning, Tuesday, September 6th. Hope you had a terrific Labor Day weekend. I did. Here at Forex Smart Trade, our mission is to make you successful currency traders that will allow you to earn more and work less. We do that by teaching you how to read our highly accurate proprietary trading tools. And we do that by giving you personalized one-on-one instruction, which we think is the most efficient and effective way to learn currency trading. So with that, let's get into it and see what we've got going on this morning. We start by having to listen to this guy.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
One of the great things about the program, in addition to the tools being highly accurate and the high quality of the training we provide, is that we do these live sessions whereby at certain times of day, we have an experienced trader like me come online, and you can watch us do our analysis so that it is a teaching moment for you, and two, that you can kind of verify for yourself how accurate the tools are and whether you can trade with them. When you are a full member, we do a trade in the morning at 10 a.m. Usually it's a little scalp trade. In the evening, we are doing a long-term trade at 6 p.m. That's usually he's going for 30 pips there. And then again at 10 p.m., it is a morning time in Australia. So we are trading Australian pairs, and generally they're looking for a 10 pip trade. There's also an additional paid session at 8 p.m. And then there's, as always, in addition to the one-on-one training, because you are trading company funds, we are continuously available, making you accountable. That accountability helps improve your trading. And we have continuous training on Saturday morning and Wednesday evenings. So with that, let's get going. I have a little checklist that I work off of to make sure I am not missing anything. And it starts with just making sure restarting my green charts every morning. That clears the memory and allows it to work faster, work without lagging. At the end of every day, it is good to review what you did that day and specifically figure out what trades didn't go the way you wanted and figure out why. That continuous feedback loop is important to becoming a good trader. You need to know what you did wrong or have an idea of what you did wrong. Sometimes you'll do everything right and it still won't work, but you need to take a look to make that analysis and then make that determination. Hey, I didn't, the signal was here. It just didn't work. We didn't take a trade last Thursday. We didn't find a good setup. Because we are technical traders, which we are trading on the price action, and our indicators are very good at predicting where the market is going. One of the things that does impact the market is news. So we want to know what news there is that could impact the market so that we can make sure we trade around it. In a kind of a static environment, our indicators are very good, but when you introduce that piece of news, that can cause the market to jump in a way that the indicators didn't predict. So we want to know where those news items are so that we can make sure that we are not taking a trade when some news is coming out. And to do that, we go to forexfactory.com. Forexfactory.com breaks news down into 3 levels. A yellow level is low impact, an orange level is medium impact, and a red level is high impact. For the way I trade, I am looking for the red items, and I want to stay away from the red items, and I want to be out of a red item trade 2 hours before it happens, or 2 hours before the news event, because I have found that sometimes there's information creep where the information leaks out and it starts impacting the price of the currency. So we've got some news event for the USD at 10 a.m. 2 hours before 10 a.m. puts us at 8 a.m. We're at 6:30 now. So if we see something that I think will close within an hour, we might take it. If not, we will pass. And then we also have this orange item that's right on top of the 10 a.m. event. And then the next thing is the Australian dollar. Any trade we take on the Australian dollar will certainly be closed before 9 p.m. tonight. So we've got to exercise a little caution on the USD this morning. So with that, let us get trading. Here are our indicators. This chart that I am using is one of the standard charts. It is the 6 lights, the light 6 major. I like to call it a composite chart because it is showing us 6 different currency pairs, all on a 1 hour candle. And this first set are all USD based. So the trade that I am doing, let's see here, is the 10-point trade signal. And I look for the setup off of a 1 hour chart, and I am looking for 7 points with a point from each section. I want 3 points from the majors, 3 or 4 points from the TNT, and 1 point from the pressure. And if I get all of those points, because each of the chart sections are measuring something different, and if I get that support across all 3 sections, I have a high probability of a trade doing what I expect it to do. Now so we're going to start here. I start with the middle section of the chart with the majors and minors. The red and green line is the major indicator. The black and gray is the minor indicator. The horizontal red line is what we call the oversold line. The horizontal blue line is what is the overbought line. So I am looking for a situation where these lines are either below the red line, where the market's oversold. When the market's oversold, that's a good time to buy. Or when the market is overbought and going down. So here we are oversold. We've just entered the channel. We're about a third of the way into it. All the lines are going up, and the green line is crossed over the red line, and the gray line is crossed over the black line. So I've got a double cross. So I've got 3 points here. So that's what my rule calls for. So when I have 3 points here, I am going to jump up to the TNTs and count how many of the lines are supporting what I see here. So I'm seeing a buy signal. 2 orange lines are going up. That's supporting buy. The blue lines are inversely related. So when what that means is when the blue line is going down, that is a buy signal. So I've got the dotted blue going down. So 3 of the 4 lines are telling me buy, and I need a minimum of 3 of the 4. So I've got the second part of the signal. Now I'm going to jump down to the pressure, and I want the lines either going up, which they are not. They're kind of sideways, or the green line on top. So I have 7 points here. I've got a point here on the pressure, 3 points on the major minors, and 1 point on or 3 points on the TNTs. So I have a good setup here. I am going to hold off on taking a trade on this because I want to see what else there is because of the news coming up on the USD. I don't want to get stuck here. So let's see what else there is, and then we can come back. And now that I got this setup, I want to confirm the setup, but I'm not going to even go to the point of confirming the setup because it's on a pair that I'm concerned about trading about. The other thing I like about this, even though it's not one of the rules, is the green line has a kink in it, and the kink, we're going from less steep to more steep. So the steepness of the line is also good here. So, but we're going to hold off. We're going to see what else we have, and then we'll come back and do a little bit more analysis if we don't have anything better. Euro USD, we are just reaching oversold and going down. Pound USD, we have just reaching overbought and it's turning. USD Canadian dollar in the middle of the channel, it's turning. USD Swiss franc, we are overbought and it's still going up. USD yen, we are overbought and it's going sideways. Now, part of my trade philosophy is I am looking to catch when we are overbought, say like over here on the Euro USD, and the signal starts going down, I want to take the run through the channel. Can I take a buy when we're overbought and make some money? Yes, I can. But my trade plan is I want to eliminate as much of the risk from the trade as I can. And I do that by kind of being selective on my setups. But here you can see, had I got in here, I could have run this for 25 pips this morning. Usually I will take 10 pips out of the run, especially if it's my first trade. Here, over here on the US yen, we have been overbought for a long time. And you can see that had I taken could I have gotten 10 pips here? I could have gotten 20. I could have gotten over 100 pips here, 112 pips from down here to up here, all while overbought. So, but that isn't part of my trade plan. Now, you'll see if you've been following my trading. I will sometimes take a trade. I principally trade the Euro USD, and I will sometimes take a trade when we're overbought on the hour chart, but I will then be looking at the 2-hour, 4-hour, or day chart to support, that there's a little bit more up in the run. But my standard go-to is I want to start overbought or oversold and take the run through the channel. So here we are not, we don't see anything. So let's, I've cloned this chart, and I've got non-USD pairs in here. So euro pound, oversold going down, Australian dollar yen, overbought going up, euro Canadian dollar oversold going down, Australian New Zealand dollar, we're kind of in the middle of the channel, more than halfway. I define halfway by what the green line is doing on the major indicator. If that major indicator is more than halfway, hits this zero line, I'm going to pass on it because I don't know how much is left in the move. Pound yen. Overbought. Everybody's going down. And the red line is on top and the black line is on top. So I've got three points here. Jumping up to my TNTs. The thin orange line's going down. The thick is going sideways, so that he doesn't count as a point. Thick blue is going up. That counts as a point. That is telling me sell. Dotted blue is coming down, which means buy. So only 2 of the 4 are telling me buy here. I need a minimum of 3 of the 4. I have up pressure here with red on top, so that's worth a point. And I like that the green line is separating from the red line. It's starting to roll and go down, but I don't have enough points here. This angle, I like that the lines are all clustered. Generally, when the lines are all clustered, that is a stronger signal. And the green line is at about 45-degree angle. So if you're thinking about it, 45 degrees, I want it to be at least 45 degrees or steeper. So since we're missing, we only have 2 of the 4 here. We're going to pass. Euro Australian dollar. We are approaching overbought. The green line's touching the oversold line. So we will pass. So now we will go to another chart. So basically, I've cloned the chart and I've just got other currency pairs. So this allows me to kind of walk through and see if I see the setup that I'm looking for. And I've got 4 different charts that allow me to look each one with 6. So I can look at 24 pairs and see if I see a setup that I like. So Canadian dollar, yen, overbought going up. Euro New Zealand dollar, just touching oversold. A pound New Zealand dollar. Overbought, everybody's going down, and I've got the double cross. Nice steepness on this green line. So I've got all 3 points here. 2 orange lines going down, which I like. And thick blue going up. So I've got 3 of the 4 telling me sell. I've got almost a very weak up pressure, almost sideways with red on top. So I have a point here. So 1 point here, 3 points here, 3 points here. Let's continue with our analysis. So when I have the setup, so I've got the setup, I want to confirm the setup. So to confirm the setup, I'm going to look at the 2 and the 4 hour chart and see where the majors and minors are. So this is a pound, Great Britain pound, New Zealand dollar, and we're looking at a sell. So I am going to open up a chart that shows the multiple time periods. So here I've got a 2-minute, a 30-minute, a 2-hour, a 4-hour, and a 1 day. So I'm going to change this to a pound New Zealand dollar. So this is what we're seeing. This is what we just looked at. On the 2-hour, I am looking basically that we are overbought. Also, that confirms the overbought here. Now here we've got the advantage that we're overbought and the majors are pointing down. They don't have to be pointing down. I just want them to be overbought. So for some reason this signal weakens, we are able to we'll get the trade. It'll just take longer for it to happen. On a 1-hour chart, I'm expecting the move to happen within 1 to 3 hours for this up here to go to down here. On a 2-hour chart, it's going to take from 2 to 6 hours. And on a 4-hour chart, it's going to take between 4 to 12 hours for the move to go from up here to down here. So it'll just take longer to happen, but it will still happen. So this becomes my backup. So here on the 4-hour chart, we are also overbought. I don't pay as much attention to the day chart. J chart telling us strong up, but we're more than halfway. So I like what I'm seeing on the 2 and the 4-hour. When I like what I see, then the next step is to oh, come on. The next step is to what's the trade worth? So to figure out what the trade is worth, I am going to go to a clean chart. And we'll change this to Great Britain pound and NZD. And I want to look at what the trend is and what the support and resistance is. The support and resistance are spots where the candles seem to naturally stop. To draw those spots, I want to kind of squish up the chart so I can get as many data points as I can to drop these lines on. So we had some stopping here, some stopping in here, some stopping in here. In here, there's a little stopping over here. On the Euro USD, these are about 30, 40 pips apart on a 1-hour chart. So it seems to be stopping in here, in here, in here. Let's get one more on this side. Right in here, over here, over here, over here. So now I'm going to open it back up. And for the last, for the last 2 weeks, it's just been in this channel, drop down, uptrend, downtrend, sideways, downtrend, uptrend. So, you know, since Friday, it's hit a downtrend or an uptrend. Now, the problem we have here, and we're looking at a sell. Actually, one other thing I want to take a look at. Oops, that's not what I want. Wrong. This is a Fibonacci. Fibonacci Fibonacci was an Italian guy who found this pattern that replicates itself a lot in all sorts of things in life, from trees to leaf patterns to all sorts of things, and it's also used in trading, where basically it mimics retracement. And you can see we had a big up move, and on a Fibonacci, it says it will typically retrace to 38%. Now we have pulled back here to the resistance line or support line that we drew, and it is sitting on the support line. I don't like to take a trade when we're sitting on a support line or when there's a little room to the support line. It needs to break this. Like, ideally, I am looking for a trade. I'll take the Fibonacci off here so we can see better. I want to pick a trade when we're in the middle of this channel and know how much room I have to here, to the top of the line, and to the bottom of the line. Given that we're sitting here, I don't want to take a trade because it needs to break this line. So we are going to hold off on this. Now, he is starting to break it, but I want it, like, if it closes next hour and it's peeking through like it is now, I would consider it. But, you know, it needs to close on this side of the line for us to take a look at it. So let's go back and see what else that we have. So that was pound, New Zealand dollar, New Zealand dollar yen, overbought going up. New Zealand dollar USD, we're going to stay away from the USD. Euros, Swiss franc, oversold going down. Let's see what else we have here. Australian Canadian dollar. Technically, we're going up. We've got 3 points here. We've got 3 points here. We've got 1 point here where the green line is on top, sideways. But I don't like the kink in the line here. We're going from more steep to less steep. I want the kink to be the other way. I want to go from less steep to more steep. So I'm going to pass. The Swiss franc yen. Again, 3 points here. 3 points here. A point here. But again, I don't like the steepness of the line. Even though here we do have the kink and it is getting more steep. This angle is less than 45 degrees. I want it to be more than 45 degrees. So it's more flat than it is steep. Here we are going down more than halfway. Pound Australian dollar. So again, this is nice. Let us go take a look at pound Australian dollar. Pound Australian dollar sell. It's very similar to the NZD that we looked at. Great Britain pound AUD. All right, we have the confirmation. Everybody is overbought. Let's take a look at the candlesticks. That's pushing through. We would have gotten 10 pips off of that, but again, I'm sticking to my rules. Great Britain pound AUD. And this chart looks very similar to the one we were just looking at with the NZD. So let's drop in some support and resistance. So it's stopping in here and here. I'm not going to describe it because we're running out of time here, and I want to see if we can get this trade in. All right, so we're taking a sell trade into a buy, and we have 38 pips down. That's a lot. And 38, 43 pips up. Let me just... Come on. You see, we're sitting on that resistance line here too. 80 pips is too much for is too much for a spread between support and resistance on a 1 hour chart. So this is better, and you can see it bounced. We're now into the new hour. It came down and it bounced. And I'm guessing if we go back to the other one, say we go back to AUD, NZD, I'm guessing it bounced too. Let's take a look. NZD. It's bouncing too. It broke through. So now if we were to see that signal this hour, and we're here on this side of the line, I would take the sell trade. But when we were looking at that trade, we were sitting on this line, so I didn't want it. All right, gang. We have used up our time and didn't find a trade this morning. But sometimes the best trade is the trade that you don't take. We want to be selective. We want to stay, have integrity with the signal that I want my setup. And if I don't see my setup, I'm not going to take the trade. I don't have to be trading. I don't always have to be trading. If I get 2 or 3 trades a day, I will do all right and be making money. The key is to avoid losing money. And I want to take trades with the highest probability of there being success. And I do that if I stay true to the trade plan that I've developed. So with that, we didn't take a trade yet. In fact, I haven't taken a trade. I didn't take a trade last night, and I haven't taken a trade yet this morning. So I am waiting to find something that I like. We will do this again on Thursday morning. And again, just a reminder, we are here to help you. We will help you. We will make you good, prosperous, successful traders. If you have a question, go to your coach or schedule an appointment with me, and we'll take a look at what you're doing and give you the instruction you need to do it right. Thanks so much. We will see you on Thursday morning. Bye-bye.